Hi everyone, welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to give you my top book picks for babies ranging in from birth to 6 months. So before I forget, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I make motherhood and lifestyle videos every week and I wouldn't want you to miss one. I love reading. I've always loved reading since I was a kid, since I can remember. I actually wanted to be a writer when I was younger. Like when I grew up, that's what I wanted to be. So I've always had a really positive relationship with books. I recently have dived back into reading so much more, and I have fallen in love all over again with reading books. So I'm currently reading some really good, I like mystery and kind of scary books. I joined a dark academia book club online, so I'll let you guys know how I like it. But that's not why we're here today. Today we're going to be talking about books for our babies and reading to our children. And books are an amazing way to create engagement between you and your baby, even if they're not understanding the words that you're reading to them or what the pictures are. Reading to your baby at such a young age, from birth onwards, is all about creating a connection between you and your baby. Books create such an incredible bonding experience between you and your child. When you're reading to your children, they're getting your full attention, and that's what I think that they really like. Reading to your baby early on is also really great because they're getting used to the sounds and the rhythm of your speech, which is really critical later on for language development. From what I've researched, early exposure to books can make a long-term difference, both in boosting your child's language development and kind of giving them that extra push on being more eager to learn how to read. I want to also preface this video by saying that books are not a one-size-fits-all. Usually, and from what I've found out, it usually has something to do with the pictures in the books. I wanted to share the ones that my baby and me loved the most. Wow, the lighting just changed a lot. We're getting some really crazy weather here in Florida, and it's gonna be bright all of a sudden again, so. But it's fall, hence the plaid. Well, it's almost fall. Okay, fall is in the air. Where was I? I wanted to share the books that my baby gravitated towards the most to in his first few months, and the reason why I think he gravitated towards those books is the important piece of this video. So if you are on the hunt for a few great books that you and your baby can enjoy together, here are a few of my suggestions. The first book up is Neighborhood Animals. We pictured-walked this book, which basically means we didn't read the text. We just enjoyed looking at both the illustrations and the photographs. And also I did the animal sounds anytime an animal illustration came up. The Little Prince. This was one of my favorites as soon as we got it. I think my mother gave me this book, but I loved it because it had this foil detailing in some of the text. I'm a graphic designer. I nerd out about like different types of paper and treatments that you can do to paper. So when I saw this foil, I loved it. But more importantly, Soren loved it. It just really captured his attention, and it's a quick, easy book, and also has like really sweet, minimal illustrations in there that he seemed to really enjoy. Things That Go. This was my son's first flip-up book. I think we got it for him for Easter. At this point, we're doing a lot of picture walking as well as reading through the book together. And anytime I opened up one of the flaps, I would always make like a surprised sound that would help kind of pique his interest. You gotta have a classic in your collection for your baby, and for me that was The Tale of Peter Rabbit. This was the first book I ever read to Soren. If you want to count reading to him while he's still in the womb. I believe I got this book from my husband's aunts at my baby shower. And I remember I loved this book when I was a kid. And so I was just kind of going through all of our baby shower gifts one day, and I picked up the book and I wanted to kind of look through it myself. So I figured I would go ahead and read it. So I read it out loud while he was in the womb, and I'm sure it just sounded like womp 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 to him, but it's technically his first book that was ever read to him. This book is really a classic and a must-have. It has such sweet little illustrations in it. So this is my son's favorite book, hands down, since he was a baby. It is called Cub's First Summer. I don't understand, but Soren was obsessed with this book at such a young age. I couldn't believe it. If I can find him, I have pictures of him like laying on the bed, and I have the book next to him, and he would just be so fascinated by the pictures in this book, and he would look at it for such a long period of time. Like, babies have such a short attention span, and their world is just opening up, and they're learning all these things, and they can barely see what's in front of their face. They don't really see colors at a certain age yet. But this book kept his attention, and as he grew older, it just continued to be a book that he always gravitated towards too. I really like this book because it has little text. You can open a spread and there's only maybe 1 to 2 sentences, maybe 3 every once in a while in a spread. And the rest is just a bright, beautiful illustration. The story is so sweet, and it's just one of those books that we have reached for over and over again. Little Penguin is also a book that I reached for a lot when he was younger because it's black and white. And it's just a sweet story, and again, for me, coming from like a graphic designer point of view, there's a lot of beautiful text treatment. So I really enjoyed reading it, and Soren also seemed to enjoy it as well. It's just a really great black and white hardcover book for babies. This Sesame Street book, it is a bit long for any baby's attention span, but we did a lot of picture walking through this book, and it always seemed to entertain Soren. I didn't understand why, because it seemed so heavy on the storytelling, but it does have really bright, beautiful pictures throughout it, so I'm assuming that's what he liked about it. But it was another one of those books I would pull out for him, and whenever he was doing like tummy time, I could sit in front of him and he would practice tummy time while looking at this book. Snuggle Stories. This book has been with Soren since he was in the NICU. I remember reading some of these stories to him while he was in the incubator at the hospital. Still enjoyed a lot of these stories when he came home with us though, and it's one of those books that babies can definitely grow into. I wanted to go ahead and give some honorable mentions to a couple of books here, but I feel like they should go without saying. So you're definitely going to want like a soft book that is like crinkly, maybe has some of the tags on the side. Another great book for promoting tummy time is black and white accordion books that you can spread out in front of them. That worked so good for Soren. As soon as I got that book, the amount of time he spent doing tummy time really increased. It really helped with like his neck movement because it's accordion style, so I just wanted to give that one a mention too. I will try to link as many of these books below that I can find. But I did get quite a few of these as gifts. I did get quite a few of these from like thrift store finds, but I'll look online and see if I can find them for you. I also want to express that I don't want you to feel like you have to buy new books for your baby. We used a lot of books that were passed down from our parents to us from when we were babies, or they were like secondhand from thrift stores. So you do have a lot of budget-friendly options in addition to buying brand new books. I want to thank you guys so much for spending just a small portion of your day with me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know, do you want to see a book recommendation for babies ages ranging from 7 to 12 months, because their development drastically changes during that time. So the types of books that you want to expose your child to is very important, and I have some really good recommendations that I would love to share with you guys, so let me know if that's something you would be interested in seeing. If you want to see how me and my baby are doing 1 year after birth, please check out our 1 year update video. I'll go ahead and link it somewhere around here. Take care, stay well, and I will see you all next week.